I'm a proud director of a web series on the dark web. It's probably the greatest part of directing a mystery. Only you can really know the true answer. And that's what gives you power. You could just give the answer for them, but that gives away your power as a director. No one will be looking at you for answers when you give them away. But if you keep the answers to yourself, then that means you are the metaphorical warden, holding the keys just barely out of reach from the prisoner's crying hands. My series on the internet is perhaps the perfect example of this principle. Let's start off with how the prisoners view my masterpiece. When you log on to the darkest angles of cyberspace, you expect to see messed up stuff. Snuff, porn, death, and all other unmentionable things. So what the hell is a stop-motion film doing here? There are 2 episodes, each raising intrigue and suspicion. The first episode. It seems to be just a woman moving, but wait. She's doing it in stop motion? There's something distinctly uncanny, inhuman, unnerving, about people moving in stop motion. The normal fluidity of humanity is abolished. Just a series of images trying in vain to imitate the impossible. The second episode fares as strange. Just slightly longer. Just a man cutting a steak up into little pieces. After watching the first short, you can notice the man moves smoother. The director clearly has improved his style. But still, you can still tell it's just an imitation of fluidity. Now, I'm gonna show the keys to you. I wanted to make my films longer. And I want the animation to be smoother. But that takes time. And then they would have already rotted by then. That's why they have to be alive when I insert the thick, stabilizing wires around their bones. But you have to be careful. Can't let the scars from the insertion show. If not, then people would TCH on that they're dead when I filmed them. But don't worry, I managed to buy a meat freezer. That way I'll have more time. For the third episode, I plan on using the remains of the man from the second. Similar to how I used the woman from the first. Except this time you get to eat him. I've never positioned the mouth before, so this will be experimental. But don't worry. If I manage to fail this feat, then I'll learn from this experience. Besides, if you rot so much that people can notice, then I can always get a new one. There's always an orphanage that could use more space.